These images show an overcrowded boat near the coast of Greece in June 2023, with more than 750 migrants on board. Shortly after these images were taken, the ship capsized. More than 600 people are believed to have drowned. The migrants, mostly Pakistanis, Syrians, Palestinians, and Egyptians, were travelling from Libya, hoping to avoid the heavily guarded Greek coast and reach Europe via Italy instead. Like them, almost 30,000 migrants have died or gone missing in the Mediterranean since 2014.
It is evident that far more migrants and refugees are dying unnoticed in the seas around Europe, including the Channel.
The Mediterranean has become a cemetery for children and for their future.
Migration is about human beings. It's about men, women, and children. And when our migration policy fails, human beings pay the price. It's time to fix our broken migration policy.
Every year, tens of thousands of people try to reach Europe using three main routes. The Western Mediterranean route, where migrants depart from Morocco to reach nearby Spain, only 14 kilometers away at its closest point. The Central Mediterranean route, with most migrants attempting to reach Italian shores via Libya or Tunisia. This is the deadliest of the three. And the Eastern Mediterranean route, where migrants travel through Turkey and then cover the short distance to Greece on small boats. Between 2015 and 2016, some 2.3 million irregular migrants arrived in Europe, mainly from war-torn Syria and Afghanistan. European countries opened their arms to the men, women and children fleeing war and poverty. Since then, an additional 1.5 million irregular migrants have arrived in the European Union. And although this type of migration constitutes only a small portion of arrivals to the EU, the numbers have spurred the bloc to take action.
Europa necesita un acuerdo en política de migración y de asilo que nos permita no solamente parar a los inmigrantes cuando ya están poniendo en riesgo sus vidas, sino antes, y atacando las causas profundas de la inmigración.
Starting in 2026, the European Union will harden its borders and accelerate the deportation of those who don't qualify for asylum. It has struck deals with Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, Mauritania and Turkey to curb the number of arrivals in exchange for large sums of money.
We will decide who comes to the European Union and under what circumstances, and not the smugglers and traffickers.
The United Kingdom, no longer an EU member, has gone so far as to approve a measure where irregular arrivals to the UK will be deported to Rwanda. Both the EU and UK plans have been strongly criticised by migrant charities and NGOs. In Northern Africa, thousands of the migrants who are still waiting for their chance to cross to Europe are undeterred.
J'ai beaucoup souffert sur la route. J'ai vu beaucoup de choses, je ne fais pas du tout ça ici, mais maximum, je voulais rester ici, patienter ici. Je vais regarder si Dieu va m'aider pour traverser.
Many of these North African countries have been accused of ill treatment of migrants.
La situation en Tunisie, c'est très difficile, très délicat. Mais nous sommes à quelques migrants de l'Europe. Peut-être, j'espère retourner, ce n'est pas la meilleure solution. De continuer, c'est ça la meilleure solution.
A recent report by several media outlets has accused the European Union of being complicit in a system of mass displacement and serious rights abuses, where mostly sub-Saharan migrants are being apprehended in North African countries and dumped in the desert without water or food. All of it, the report says, using the bloc's funds. These images were taken in Libya by AFP in July 2023.
I got catch, Tunisian police got me on the street. Then they arrested me. Then then take me down to Sahara Desert.
Arrivé à la frontière, on nous a fait asseoir. On nous a frappé. J'ai été bâtonné. Maintenant, quand ils ont fini, on nous a mis dans le désert. Et ils ont tiré sur nous. Allez-y en Libye, on va vous tuer. Ils ont tiré.
Migration has become a thorny issue in the European Union, with far-right leaders and groups pushing for more control of borders.
Nous ne faisons rien. Nos nations seront livrées à une submersion migratoire d'une ampleur jamais atteinte dans l'histoire.
Aki a migrációt támogatja, az a terrorizmus is támogatja. Mi ellenezzük a terrorizmust, ezért nem támogatjuk a migrációt sem.
E acredito que os nossos filhos, os nossos sobrinhos, os nossos netos nos vão agradecer por esta luta histórica que tivemos pela liberdade, pela dignidade e pela nossa identidade.
The 2024 EU elections are expected to give a significant boost to populist parties that could use their added political weight to push for more restrictive immigration policies. Italy, led by far-right Giorgia Meloni, has already approved tougher immigration laws, restrictions on charities that rescue migrants at sea, and is building migrant processing centres in non-EU member Albania. In 2023, more than 1.1 million people applied for asylum in the European Union, plus its Schengen-associated nations, Norway and Switzerland, the highest number since 2016. Germany was the leading destination with more than 330,000 applications, while Cyprus, Austria and Greece received the highest number in proportion to their much smaller populations. But even as the European Union tries to curb irregular migration, the bloc is simultaneously looking to attract skilled migrants that arrive legally.
Wir wissen, die Europäische Union braucht Migration. Deutschland braucht Zuwanderung, um seinen großen Bedarf an Arbeitskräften zu decken, der in den nächsten Jahren akut ist.
Rapidly aging Europe needs to fill out its greying workforce, and by 2030, the EU will need 7 million new workers.